Now it's time for the Buu Saga. Since technically nobody died, actually, Goku didn't die, and Cell was just kind of an easy target for the other Z fighters to literally kick the crap out of. This time, Goku's not dead. And now, we get the most awesome battle. The Tournament of Power is coming... Not the Tournament of Power, sorry. The tournament is coming up, and Gudo registers almost immediately. All the same events play out, except more with Goku there. Goku and Gudo being there. Goku would be there, and when Videl learns how to fly, she would probably meet Gudo, and Gohan would try and explain after they start dating, and a bunch of stuff like that. Tournament comes up, and everybody's ready. This time, I feel things would go a little differently. Not only would Piccolo see the Kais when they're there, but also with Gudo. And when Gudo would probably talk to them and ask, hey, why are you watching us? Are you big fans or something? Unlike Piccolo in the original story, Gudo would competing in the adult tournament, while the kids are still competing in the child tournament. Everything would go the same in the child tournament, with Trunks winning, with all the way up until Trunks and Goten's battle. I do believe Goten would actually win this time because, well, he's Goten, and Gudo would probably train him, as Gudo would want the practice with somebody new, and Goten would want to train, so Gudo would probably train him. This time, with the inclusion of Gudo, her fight would be up first instead of those weird, creepy Majin guys who I still don't know the name of. Really gotta figure that out. She goes up against Videl. Now, it's the battle of who likes Gohan more. Even though technically Gudo doesn't like Gohan that way. She's still friends with him, but not like that. Videl throws a few good punches, but Gudo obviously just dodges, and she goes easy on her, to say the least. Only just with a one swift kick to the face is she out for good, but who knows. Gohan would go up against those guys and still have the same thing happen, where they take his energy. Gudo this time would be the angry one. And everybody would try and stop her, but she would intervene and attack them. This time killing one of them, leaving the other to try and find Majin Buu. The same events play out now with Gudo there. And this time, Majin Vegeta is actually Majin Gudo. She doesn't have that same hatred that Vegeta has in the original, but she does get Majin form and goes Super Saiyan 3. No, I'm kidding. She just goes Super Saiyan. She only goes Super Saiyan 2 against Goku, who she is going up against, by the way. She still does that. But she's also going up against Vegeta. And at the same time she beats down Vegeta, she actually does pretty good against Goku. Not beating him entirely, since now he perfected Super Saiyan 3 and is on the limit break of Super Saiyan 4, but she does pretty good against him. They eventually get the Majin people out of her head, and it all starts over. Then, this is where things get a little different. Majin Buu is born as per normal, but immediately goes to Super Buu. He wakes up as Super Buu, since they actually got Gudo's power, and since Gudo is technically stronger than Gohan, that's where things get bad. Now Super Buu's on the loose, and now they have to stop him. I feel that Gudo would be the first one to be eaten by Buu, who turned him into Kid Buu. Kid Buu, where he proceeds to beat up all the Z fighters and blow up Earth. Yep, he destroyed Earth. Since the main characters aren't in the Kai's world, this brings a whole big problem. But it's okay. Our good pal Cooler's back, and he's ready for action. Following his daughter's adopted daughter's DNA and power level, he finds Super Boo just kind of sitting on an asteroid. Then, Cooler senses that Boo ate her, and now he's mad. He's madder than ever. He proceeds to literally beat the living crap out of Boo, and manages to separate Gudo and Majin Buu. After years of peace, these characters have to fight again, and most of them are just killed off. Now Gudo's separated, she would obviously go Super Saiyan 3 and destroy Majin Buu. Yeah, this time she destroyed Kid Buu. But there's one big problem. Earth is destroyed, along with Kami, along with Piccolo and Kami, since technically Kami and Piccolo never fused. Gudo would immediately go off to planet Namek in search for the Dragon Balls. Actually, New Namek. Sorry. This is where things get pretty hectic, as Frieza somehow being revived. Frieza, who is still... Sorry, not Frieza. King Cold is still alive. King Cold survived Trunks, and now he's ready for battle. This time, though, Gudo's ready. Cooler immediately steps in and says, "Father, this is your granddaughter. You're going to fight her. A filthy monkey is not my granddaughter's son." And in a blitz of rage, Gudo literally Falcon punches King Cold, and he explodes. Cooler would then say farewell to his adopted daughter and send her off to revive Earth and the Z Warriors. Goku would be in shock. Pure shock. He has no idea what just happened. And wow, is this a big shock to everyone. Majin Buu destroyed Earth with a snap of his fingers. Now, granted, he did absorb Gudo, but at the time, they don't know anything about that. They weren't around long enough to see that. He just destroyed Earth. All of the Z fighters are dead. And to Goku's imagination, so is Gudo. Everyone is in shock. All of the Z fighters end up meeting on King Kai's planet due to his wish. Due to his wish, all of the characters are on King Kai's planet. Everyone is in shock. They're trying to figure out what happened, but Goku says he could probably tell you everything that went down. And he does. He tells the Z fighters that everything just kind of went to crap at that point, and everyone is dead. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be, and that's it. Unless, and probably there goes the universe. Goku is not giving up here, but he is in shock. So, he immediately starts to tell everyone about Super Saiyan 3, and why he kept it from them for so long. Vegeta then enlists the fact that he learned Super Saiyan 3 so he can help. And Goku and Gohan start training with Vegeta and Piccolo and all the other Z fighters to get stronger. Gudo would power down back to Super Saiyan 2. Now, why do I think she would power down the Super Saiyan 2 and not all the way? Well, if she has to fight somebody else. As she does know the dangers of space. She was on Namek after all and did meet her Uncle Frieza. She would go to Namek, New Namek, and would tell really pretty much everyone that all the Z fighters are dead and Earth exploded. But what she doesn't know is that Goku is training to make two new Super Saiyan 3s, along with Trunks and Goten trying to get Super Saiyan 2. And the fusions never happen. That's where I'm going to leave this episode today. I want you guys to figure something out for me. Would you agree with this? I'm kidding, of course you would. That's why you're